When you look at the backdrop here that we're enjoying, and it's Montana, it's big sky country. It's the vastness, the air, the surroundings, the mountains, the trees, and the river. The Big Hole River is one of the preeminent dry fly fishing rivers in the nation. It's a freestone river, which means generally that there's no dams controlling it, so it's all native flow. And when I found this property, basically 100 acres, all flat, it just rang true to the goal of developing Freedom Ranch for Heroes. It's just a remarkable energy that we have at the ranch. It's an energy that not only is because of where we are in Montana, but it's also what we've been doing here at the ranch. It really does have a great energy that's been developed over the years of those that have been stepping foot on the ranch and enjoying what we've been doing.
When I got here, it was pretty much 100 acres of grass fields, and we've built the facilities that we have here now. It's been a long haul. It's a very custom build. The buildings, the scope and scale of this project are huge. It started as a vision from Joe Bala. This is the only place, maybe in the world, that was bought and built specifically to be of service to veterans and other special needs people. We're evolving every day.
So the Freedom Ranch right here, its location, it was at one time a working ranch, working cattle ranch. At one time it had a herd of elk here in a pen. I'd say close to 200 elk in that herd.
The Freedom Ranch is so spectacular. It's upscale and they treat them so well. And it's nice to see it all evolve. And from year to year, it becomes a little better and a little better and a little better.
If you're a veteran, you're having a hard time, just come on out here and hang out with some other vets. And everyone in this valley, everyone at Freedom Ranch will take care of you and make you feel like welcome and home. So bring it on.
Ever since I was a kid, I always had this dream of coming to Montana and fly fishing. My dad was a fisherman, and I just always had this dream and never thought I'd ever make it. Even in the military, I traveled a lot overseas, never made it out to this area. And I started crying. I couldn't believe that an organization would do this for, just some small person like me. As soon as you hit it and see that sign above there, it was quite emotional for me.
It's just heartfelt that someone would think of veterans and do something like this. And so I was very grateful to have been selected to have this opportunity.
I'm a veteran also. I was in Vietnam with the Marine Corps, 66, 67, near the rock pile in Khe Sanh and Can Tien. And I came home and I was kind of a mess. Maybe some of you were in the same boat, but I took up fly fishing. You can go alone. And when you're out there, I've never seen an ugly trout stream. You're in some of the most beautiful parts of nature, and just open up your heart to the sport. Sure, it's nice to catch a lot of fish, but just to cast and place the fly where you want to is fun. And if you catch a fish, that's just kind of a bonus.
I think Rob hit one of these bridges.
The impressions on the place, I was flabbergasted. Jaw to the ground, just couldn't stop looking all around at the different buildings everywhere, the scenery, the mountains, everything around, and just the sounds. It was wonderful. To go along with it was the anxiety, the anticipation, the fear of. It's my first time out, and since I had all the surgeries and everything that went on, and it's been rehabbing for about 6 years. This is the first year that I've been able to get up and get out and do things, and this is the first time I've been more than just out to the river with some of the guys to go fishing and get back home. We're down joking about things after some of the guys were getting back from their first drift trip, and they asked me how it was and how I felt. And I said, and it just feels good to be home. And they just kind of looked at me, and I said, here. So, it really felt like being back home with all the guys again.
Everybody has a different definition of healing or medicine. I found, and I've talked to other veterans who agree that the best medicine, the strongest medicine, is veterans hanging out with veterans who intuitively know what we need. It's strong medicine, however you define medicine, and it just really helps you along, the healing process.
I'm super glad I came because it's really been my experience to come in and chat with these guys. And honestly, there's not even a break-in period. The jokes start right off the back. And it's like family you haven't seen in a long time. And you just click right off the bat.
Getting over that awkwardness and cutting up with people and finding out. We had nicknames for each other after the first day, and we've kind of gelled. Use a Collective Soul song. We kind of gelled and meshed well. So, I think that happens with most veterans, especially in this group, because you have the awesome foundation. You also have the camaraderie, fellowship. And just hanging out and just knowing that, nobody's going to judge you.
It's like a band of brothers. Day one, we transitioned pretty quickly as we cut through the chase and get right to just getting to know each other. And you get to know your guides, you feel more comfortable as the week goes on, and you just feel at home, welcomed, completely welcomed, like, family, It's great. The staff is wonderful. Lodging is second to none, and you get to know your guides, so you got an idea of what's going to happen, throughout your day of fishing and kind of what to expect. So it was a good transition.
What I've really enjoyed is you can tell when someone has some really bad experiences and those memories, and they don't open up. I've had a few times where guys would tell me a story, tears in their eyes, and they go, wow, I haven't talked about this in a long time. It's just because we can share that together. And I stay in contact with a lot of these guys after they leave, and I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. It's just really cool to be able, it's helped me, my mental health a lot, and I know I'm helping these guys out, and it's just awesome. It's just great.
The bonding. They're no longer a bunch of strangers. Everybody wants to know everybody's emails, phone numbers. It's nice to see.
Many of these thank you notes that come to me each week from these veterans, and the common thread is that they all feel that after the week ends, that the relationships, the friendships that they build by virtue of this experience are those that make them even closer with their group and making an impact on their lives in a very positive way.
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. It's this program has done a lot for me. And I couldn't ever thank them enough. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank the Freedom Ranch for having such a vision and a big heart, and see a need and be able to fill that need for us. I'm truly appreciative. Thank you. Yeah.
I've made friends here already this weekend, guys that I didn't know 3 days ago, had never laid eyes on, never even heard their name, and I'm sure we're friends for life. We've got a connection. We've always got that weekend at Freedom Ranch.
You know, thank you doesn't do it, right? It doesn't. And I don't know how to put my gratitude into words, but you're changing people. Yeah, you're changing the outlook for a lot of people that may not be in a very bright spot. So, thank you.
I have no words. I'm getting a little teary, but it gets to my heart. And now it makes me, when people say, thank you for your service, which is kind of run of the mill. Now I'm proud and I'm honored to have done what I did. So that's a big leap.
It's a blessing to be able to be a part of this and to take part in this process, because it's not something that should be taken for granted, because it's definitely something worthwhile.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You've changed a man today. This week this man has changed. You know, and I'm gonna grow on that.
So it's been great for me. And I just don't know how to express my gratitude to the organizers of this and the Harbaugh Foundation and everything else. It's been fantastic.
A trout sitting across the stream, and all you're thinking is your mind is, how do I get that? How do I put the fly over there to get that fish? And now suddenly all the problems that are going on in your life are gone, because it's just you, that stream, and that fish. So everything else is gone, and it's so peaceful, and it definitely is healing. So I thank them for everything they've done to give me the opportunity to come here.